Now it's time to find a game outside of the fold. It's Tengami from Nyamyam, and I'm here with Jennifer. So what's going on in the world of Tengami?
So Tengami is an atmospheric adventure game that takes place inside a Japanese pop-up book. Or I think sometimes in the US it's also called a flip book. And with your character, you gently explore this pop-up book world at your own pace. And you come across puzzles and obstacles that you solve by manipulating the pop-up book.
Okay. Now, I know that Nyamyam is a new studio. And you guys used to work at Rareware, if I understand correctly. How is developing this game independent differed from working in a more institutionalized developer?
Right. So, when you work at a big company, because you have so many people working at a project, you make a progress a lot faster. But what you also get is that you don't have this creative freedom, because of course you always need to take a lot of other opinions into account. But if you work just as a small independent studio like we are, with only 3 people, you have a lot of creative freedom and make progress on the creative front. But then it's a little bit slower in executing your ideas.
Yeah, and it seems to fit the pace of the game itself. It seems to move a little bit more calmly than some of the other games I've seen. Now, how are you? It's all a touchscreen-based game, so how do you manipulate the world using the touchscreen device?
Yeah, so the character control is at the moment pretty simple. You just double tap to tell the character, where you want it to go. And then whenever you see a glow inside the pop-up book, this means that you can manipulate it. And in most cases, this will be through just gently swiping across the screen. And the swipe can be in various directions, because pop-ups can fold upwards, downwards, left and right.
Now, obviously, the hero of this game, who's traversing through this world, made a paper book. Do we know his goal, or is that all part of the mystery of the game itself?
So we are trying a different approach to storytelling with this game. There's not going to be a lot of text that tells you what's going on. So our approach to storytelling with Tengami is that you are this character, and your character at the beginning of the game, he's coming alive through the power of a cherry blossom. And as you explore this pop-up book, or as you explore the narrative of Tengami, you do certain things, you see certain things, and hopefully there's also something that you will feel. And based out of these 3 elements, we hope that the players can infer what the story of Tengami is and what it is that we ultimately want to express with it.
Okay. Now the game looks pretty content complete from what I'm seeing over here. Do we have an expected release date and other platforms for the game when it's finally released?
So we hope to release it this summer, first on iOS, and then a little later this year for PC and Mac. And we are also at the moment talking to Nintendo about a possible release on the Wii U eShop. But you'll have to wait a little bit more before I can confirm that.
Yes. I imagine. You guys are relatively small, so I can understand releasing it in segments. Anyway, nice talking to you, Jennifer.
Yeah, thanks for meeting me.
And if you didn't try it here, try it out when it comes out. Because it looks like it's going to be one crafty game.